So you join us again. I'm just watching the match which contains my next opponent. We've got Phil Carranza playing Ben. They're currently hill, so whoever wins this plays me in the next round. And Phil's at the table, looking pretty good. 4 balls left. Nice draw across to the side. Shape on the 7. Slightly the wrong side. You're going to have to take this down the table and then back up for the 8. Watch the fizz on the cue ball. There we go, spinning around nicely. That's a lovely shot. Little draw off the long rail, maybe a bit of reverse side. And looking good for the win. So I'll be playing Phil in a round 4 losers side, or 1 loss side of the bracket, and it's a 7th and 8th place match, so whoever loses will be in 7th and 8th, and whoever wins obviously progresses into the rest of the tournament. So a dry break from Phil, and I'm just playing to tie up the 9 there, so he's not going to be able to run out on me. I'm wary of his ability once he gets going. I've just seen him run out against his last opponent, so yeah, I'm definitely playing the tactic to slow him down a little bit, because he's a rhythm player, and when that rhythm starts firing, he's quite a scary player. So you could say I'm trying to put him on ice a little bit. My attempted hook there ran out, so he's got a shot at the 1. Top right corner. And he likes to play them with a bit of pace, and that one just rattled in the jaws, but look at this for a hook. So I'm kicking. I'll settle for that. I think it's not available in the corner where it's finished. And so looks like a little roll up, a little snooker that he's going to play here. Push the 1 forward, hide the cue ball. Obviously going to try and get me in 3 fouls. And I've missed my kick there, so he's got another opportunity. He can push this one up the table, roll forward. Hide the cue ball again. He's not quite hit that, so I think he's left an edge of the 1, at least the right hand edge. Immediate jeopardy over, and the 3 foul rule is in effect. Oh, I double kissed it. I could have kissed it off, so you've got to be very careful. If you do a foul on the break or an early part of the game and the balls are still congested, you can find yourself in trouble. And more safety coming up. Looks like he's got me covered again. Another kick. And this time, have I left anything? No, it's not straightforward. There's a thin cut to the side, very close to it. Maybe another safety, or possibly a bank. I don't know if you can bank that past the 5 in the right side pocket. They went for the thin cut, didn't quite get it, and scratched. It was super thin, so that 9 and 2 on the side is too inviting for me. So put him in a nice hook. He just gave me the cue ball. I didn't even want to play that. Now I was trying to get a little bit closer to the 2 on the side rail so I could just push it past and tie him up again. So not ideal to hook him here, but I will still try it, because he's on 2 fouls, of course. So were he to miss this or foul, I would win this rack. But he kicks it, no problem. But you see, the cue ball did go down towards that bottom right corner. Thin cut here, and not a great strike there. I was playing with that with a lot of English, and poor shot. So it looks like he might need to disturb the 3 here. I don't know if he's got the angle to do that, but seems to be going for a bank. Slightly unorthodox. There may be another bank coming up. It looks as though it's not quite set for the side. Did he try a Z shot in the corner? was certainly all out attack, that's for sure. So he's left a cut in this top right corner. And not really got the cue moving nicely just yet. Another slightly jabby shot from myself. Left him tree-topped over the 9. So he's just pushing forward, hooking me again. It's rolled out. And a bit tricky to try and hold the cue ball and hit the 3 sufficiently soft enough for it not to come out. And I managed to just about hold on to the hook there, but it's a straightforward kick off one rail. Don't expect him to miss this. But you're never quite sure where they're going to end up when you're kicking. And that 3 has dressed up very nicely for me, so my safety shot did pay dividends. Just a bit of bottom and right hand side, travelling up towards the 4, slightly overrun it. Would like to have had pocket in sight while I'm cueing, or slightly blind pocket. Try to just hold it, but I've hit it on the thin side of the pocket, so the cue ball's travelled further than I wanted. And so I'm just tapping this. No prizes for heroics and keeping him on ice. But he's going to kick straight away. He's not bothered whether it's touching or not, whether it's frozen to the rail. Attack, attack, attack. So chance here on the 5. Just trying to get the cue ball back towards the centre of the table if I can. I'll be cutting this in. It looks frozen to the rail with a bit of bottom and right hand side to drift back to a similar position to where the cue ball is now. That's not too bad. Similar shot here, bottom and right. And because Phillip is an A-class player and I'm a B category player, I get the 8. So this is for the first rack. Yeah, that's the way the handicapping system works here. A's give B the 8. A's give C players the 7 and the 9. And if a B were to play a C, they would give the guy they would give them the 8. So made one off the break, slightly unorthodox. Looks like I'm hooked on the 1, so I'm pushing out. And similar to my tactic in the last game, this time I'm putting the 8 over there by the 3 ball. So stymieing the run out or making it a little bit more tricky. He flukes the 1. Looks like he'll deal with this congestion straight away now. Maybe go for the combo. I'm not sure what he went for, but he's certainly given him a good whack. And hooked me on the 3. I've played quite a careless shot there, far too hard. Didn't try and control that at all. And scratched, paid the price. Maybe he got me at it. Well, set him up, he's got the 3. He's not quite got the shape on the 4 that he wanted. This won't pass the 7 in the bottom left. Oh, sorry, the top left. Well, look at that, folks. Boof, there's a bank for you. That's one for the hot shot reel. And he'll be banking this in the opposite side, I would imagine. Slightly too much cut on the ball. But yeah, I think he's left it. Then cut. Was the cue ball going? Yes, that was always on, I'm afraid. Didn't need all that right English. Oh, nice shot on the 5, drawing back for the 6 in the side. Apologies there for the exposure control. We're just trying to get the picture the right brightness. And looking good here to level the match. Play round off 3 rails. Well, only hit 2, but you get the picture. And drop this in and just hopefully stay behind the 9. Well, he's avoided it altogether. It's a thin cut. He's overcut it. But with those, they do say that if you cut it too thin, you're far more likely to get it safe than if you get it too thick. So too thin is the way to miss if you're going to miss. I'm going for the bank here. And I think if I'd have hit that firmer, I may well have got that. I think too soft, and it opened up a little bit. End up catching the long rail. And you don't want to be leaving these for Phillip. Bosh, there you go. One rack each. Phil to break, rack 3. And looks like he's coming up dry again. So a thin snick off this, trying to hide the cue ball. I didn't want that kiss, but it's actually worked out in my favour. He's hooked behind the 8, so kicking. And that's going to dress up quite nicely, I think. Side pocket, drop this in. Leave yourself a thin cut on the 2 ball. There's a small window to get on the 3, you've got to get past the 5. It's pretty much on the end rails, and this is too hard. I'm going to be hooked. I have to play a kick shot here. Trying to kick and stick, hold the cue ball there if I can. But didn't catch enough of it. Needed to hit more of the rail, hit the red full in the face to stun it. But got away with it. And is this a banking angle? It's a safety, trying to get 2 rails or 3 rails and behind those 2 balls. A little bit harder and it would have been there. Good line, just speed, let me down. Very difficult to get on the 4 here. Apologies for the camera movement, we're just trying to get it aligned as best we can. So pushing forward, top and a bit of right. But that twice across is going to stitch me up. I'm hooked on the 4 behind the 8. Kicking. Trusting to luck a little bit, managed to catch the edge of it, hoping to get separation, but I'd left this, it will pot. Nice shot there. Didn't really want to catch the 8, but he's okay. Looks a bit flat on this 5 to get up to the 6. And again, a lot of pace. Caused it to be slightly inaccurate. So he set me up. Pushing forward, 2 rails. I'm trying to leave an angle to get into the 7-9. Breakout required. That's a bad miss, but fluked it in the side. And may as well go for the combo, why not, hey? Been fortunate there. Is it going to finish? Fluke again? Not this time, I'm afraid. Phillip will step to the table and receive these gratefully. Wants to draw back a little bit, give himself a better angle on the 8. Do nicely, just play off the long rail. And the 9 is waiting. A bit farther than he wants, we'll just pop it in the corner instead for 2-1. There we go. Rack 4, Phillip to break. Just needs this one to eliminate Mike and proceed forward. He's going to get one in this time. He's actually knocked the cue ball off the table. The thing, if you give him too much welly, too much force, especially if you bounce in the cue ball, that can happen. So going for the hook here. He's already on 1 foul, so if you can extract a second, then he's under pressure. Going for the short stick. I don't expect him to miss this, but the question is he going to pot it? He's kicked it from behind, he's clipped it. Well, he's due a fluke, I've had plenty. Nice shape on the 2, drawing back for the 3, all the way down to the short rail where the 9 is. He's got an unwanted kiss there, so he's hooked himself. Kicking 2 rails. Missed the kick, and so I get ball in hand. Yourself a little angle, stun up for the 4 in the same pocket. Get straight-ish. Slightly the wrong side of straight, actually. I'm going to be going away from the 5. If I'd have been slightly under the pocket line, would have been ideal. So, I'm going to draw over to the side rail, I think. I didn't want that kiss, that's put me above the 5. I was trying to get behind it into that top left-hand pocket, so I have to play it in the bottom left. Probably just stop the cue ball right there. So I'd have a cut on the 6 into the bottom right. But missed the pot by quite a distance. Quite fortunate to have left him that, actually. Could have had something a lot easier. Cutting this in. Yeah, and they're a little bit stingy, these pockets. Got to be on. Or else they all rattle and stay there, so he's dogged it. Could have been a little closer to the 6 ball. Still should make it though. But too hard. Much too hard. There was no need for that level of pace. And if you're not 100% accurate, it will rattle and stay out. So sold out, really. I can't expect him to miss this opportunity to close out the match. Nice shot. At the right side of the 8. Slightly downward striking just to punch it in off the long rail. Come across. Nicely played. And worthy winner. Phillip Carranza is going to advance. He's going to eliminate Mike in 7th-8th place.